Namaste watu wote kuna tsini ndi Ishmael akwamba hapa. This is Ishmael speaking again from South Africa, guys. I'm here with another episode. This is going to be episode 9 of my story. I'm getting better with this episodes thing. Okay. Here I'm going to be telling you about what happened then after, I've told you about me and my mother, getting all the beatings and my mother promising to drink the bottles, the crushed bottles with me. And my brother, I don't talk more about my brother because he was young. He was not really directly involved or assaulted. He was kind of, I think there was some remorse, for him from my father because he was very tiny, he was young. I was starting to build up, like I said in the previous episode, episode 8, my father was, I think he was lazy. Yeah, let me say that. I think he was very lazy. Why? Because he's been offered a lot of jobs around. I remember one night when we were sitting, we didn't have a phone. It was before the cell phones, guys. We didn't have a phone at home. My mother's cousin, her name was, we used to call her Bo Anna, because in my language, you start with Bo to show respect to the elder. So the person's name was Anna, but she was old, so we used to call her Bo Anna because of that VHO in the beginning resembles, respect. She had a phone. Apologies again, guys, for the background sounds. The taxis are driving past here. She had a phone, a telephone. It was a Telkom telephone system. She was one of the maybe 3 or 4 or 5 houses around that had the telephone system. The phone rang, and then she started shouting my father. She called him by name. Nchabeni, and then she said, Kotsiampo, which is Mpo's father. She's shouting, right? She's calling my father. I remember I saw my father running for the first time that night. He was running to speak on the phone. When he got there, there's a company that actually offered him a job. That was in Thohoyandou. Thohoyandou was not that big. It was still quiet. There was no crime there. It was still quiet. It was beautiful. So he actually were called to come and guard a shopping center, a shopping complex. I don't know because I was young. I didn't know many places. I didn't travel a lot. I think it was Pangami Mall, if not mistaken. If the Pangami is that old. If it's not Pangami, then I don't know, guys. Forgive me. But he was offered a job because of he had a gun. This thing of security companies was not popular by then. He was offered a job to monitor the shops around the area, and he took the job. And then he was only working at night. And remember, all the madness were actually happening at night. So we were all excited that, at least this father is not sleeping at home. He's sleeping there, He didn't last there. He worked for like a week and then he quit. Because I think he was lazy, guys. I never understood him at all. Because after that job offer, he got several more jobs, but he didn't take the job offers because, he didn't want to work. He just wanted to sit and cause trouble. So now that he's not working, we'll start causing a lot of issues at home. And he will just start something from nowhere, man. He will just ask for, he will just command, actually, not even ask. He will say, "Mpenishele do renga beer na fora," meaning give me money to buy cigarettes and alcohol. When there's nothing, he will tear things up. I remember my father cutting the bed, a double bed. My mother, my mother went to go and do a piece job, guys, and then she made enough money to buy herself a bed to sleep on. My father cut it off with a knife. He took a knife and he went to go cut the bed in pieces because he didn't get money for alcohol. Over and above that, he took the mealie meal. Mealie meal was still a big thing. Meat was even worse. We survived in vegetables because we were very healthy. He took Millie meal. My granny used to buy 80 kg millie meal because she will split that into making alcohol, because that alcohol, the traditional beer that my granny sold, was made of millie meal as well as King Kong, whatever. There's something, I don't know what to call it. Is it malt or what? I don't know. She would mix that and then she would make alcohol. My father took the whole freaking 80 kg of millie meal and he went to go throw it in the toilet, the pit toilet, because he didn't get money for the alcohol that he needed. He did that. I remember very, very, very well. He took the millie, went to go throw it in the toilet. He cut off the bed that he sleeps on, the bed that he didn't pay a cent to buy. Over and above that, he said my granny must get him the money to go drink. My granny went to these money lenders, bomashonis, to go and borrow, the money, so that my father can go drink. She got the money advance, and then she had to pay with the interest, and yeah, that's what happened. And then he eventually got the money to go drink, guys, and then he drinks there and he doesn't come back. When he comes back the next morning, he wants cigarette, he wants this, he wants that. That man was feared in a way that he walked around with his small bag full of cassettes, the music cassettes, right? When he got to each and every drinking place where he used to drink, the owner of the tavern, or the owner of the bottle, or shebeen, me say shebeen, would send a child to come and kneel in front of my father and say, Kotiampo, ufindi deni jeshi pachi shabo cha cassette. Ulizwe mzika wao. Meaning, Mpo's father, I've been sent to come and collect your cassettes so we can play your music. Wherever he goes, only his music must be played and everybody must dance to his tune. Guys, I met another man not so long ago, just here in this block. I knew his name when I was young, but I didn't know the face. I was with my other friend. We went to go visit this other guy that was having like a barbecue, a braai. In South Africa, we call it a braai. So as I went with my friend to go and sit there for the braai, this guy, my friend, said to me, bro, do you know this man? Like, no, I don't know him. I said, man, this guy's name is Trinity, man. Like, Trinity? I know the name, but I don't know the person. And then we sat there. So that man started dancing. He's a very clean man, very, very humble. And then when he was dancing, he said, I'm Trinity, like that. He was like showing off. And then my friend said, no, you see? And then I asked him, are you the guy from where I come from? He said, who are you? I said, no, I'm the son of this and this. He said, yo, bro, your father, yo, he was something else. I'm like, why? He said, yo, that guy beat me up. And I know the story because I remember this other old man who is now late once came to me when I was still at home and he said, yo, bro, your father, I was young, he was just, skinnering. It was just, like skinnering in Afrikaans. And do seba, like, yeah, usora. Yeah, the guy was just, skinnering about my father to me. I was young. He was also afraid that he can be beaten if he speak up loud. And then he just said to me, I saw your father beating up this guy by the name of Trinity. Yo. What your father was doing there was, terrible. And it was just confirmed by the man himself. He said, yo, ish, bro, your father gave me a lot of beatings in one of the taverns. And that's where my father used to go drink with his, cassettes where, I think Trinity was beaten because he didn't want my father's music to be played or something like that. But unfortunately, I don't know the reason why. And it happened. But he was a man enough not to even go to the police about that, because he was also well known and respected person. I respect him so much. After meeting him for the first time, I realized that this is a gentleman. So guys, this is what happened, and more is to come, guys. I'm gonna leave you here now with this episode. This was episode number 9, guys, and I'll be recording episode number 10 very shortly, and I'll make it available for you very, very much shortly. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and do all the necessary, guys. It gives me courage, and it reminds me of things that I need to say, some of the things that I actually forget. And please don't be afraid to ask me questions, because questions will only, brighten up my mind, and I'll be able to, remember things like this. But I've got a lot of things in front of me here, already written down, which I'll just be, telling you. And this is still going to be a long journey. Please enjoy the journey with me, even though it's sad. Some people say it's already that they cannot sit and watch this because it's too deep, and it's definitely too deep, but there's nothing we can do about it. It happened and it passed, and I'm still gonna tell you more, guys, and I'm ready to do so. Thank you for tuning in, guys. See you in the next episode, which is episode 10.